Straight to the moon, get your ticket now. Everybody line up, get your tickets, we're going. Did you buy the tip? Yeah. Do you like rocket ships? Oh, what a yeah. You wanna try this shit? Yeah. We got everything you need, you better buy some kitty now. Everybody, long live Ponzi. Everybody, long live the Ponzi ride. Never short it. Bitcoin's back, alright.
Alrighty, Bitcoin is back, people. Rock and roll. Welcome to SirToshi's Bitcoin Chart Show. This is the Bitcoin forecast, the strength of the system, the health of the network, where we find out what is up with what is going down. So without any further ado, let's just jump straight into these figures. Here we go, rock and roll. Oh, it looks like we've had a bit of number carry on going on up. Look at this hash rate, 0.7%. Loving that on Bitcoin. Look at that, like getting consistently higher. Love that. So 0.7% for Bitcoin, 1.8 for Bcrash. Oh, it's just gone down, 1.7 for Bcrash. 97.4 for Corecoin. 0.6% now for Bitcoin. Never mind. You know, we all know about hash rate. Network nodes, 1.8 for Bitcoin, 8.1 for Bcrash, 90.1 for Corecoin. Transactions, 38.9, winning today. Oh, check that out. 38.9 for Bitcoin, oh yes. 23.7 for Bcrash, because we know they're absolute pieces of crap. And chances are that'll be Noise.cash, who are responsible for 90% of the transactions on Bcrash. And they're going to have to get rid of 90% of their customers, because they're fraudulent. 37.4 for Corecoin, we are winning. Block size, absolutely smashing it, over 80% today. 82.4 for Bitcoin, 5.5 for Bcrash, and just 12.1 for Corecoin. Oh dear. Shout out to KP Dad. See you in the chat box this morning. Thank you very much for joining me. Here we go. Let's play Spot the Biggest Block on Bcrash for lulz. But before we do that, we'll just have a listen to Roger Ver calling it Bcrash himself. Take the floor, Roger Durr.
And we're going to really spread Bitcoin crash across the entire country here in Antigua.
There you go. He did actually call it Bitcoin crash. So we've got a 3.2. They'll be lucky. And they're not lucky. Dear, oh dear. Right, and now we're going to have a look at the big blocks on Corecoin. But before we do that, Michael Saylor said he'd like to jump in and just have a chat with me on my show, because you know he's getting excited about big blocks on Bitcoin. So before we do this, we'll just introduce Michael Saylor onto the show. Michael, how are you doing? Like, how are you feeling about Bitcoin?
I like Bitcoin the way it is.
Oh, well, dear, what way is that? Kind of... I mean, you sound quite enthusiastic about it. Are you saying you like Bitcoin more than me? I very much doubt that.
In fact, I love Bitcoin the way it is. And,
all right, mate. All right. Well, what way is that then?
And the way it's currently constructed, it is possible to put all $250 trillion of monetary energy.
Yeah? $250 trillion of monetary energy. Where is that going to go?
In big blocks of encrypted energy on the blockchain.
Whoa. Big blocks. You know, that they do sound pretty big, Michael. What kind of numbers are we talking about?
Maybe the Bitcoin will be 1 million. You can probably calculate $10 million of Bitcoin or something.
Whoa. They are big numbers. They're big numbers. But where are they going to fit?
Big blocks. $100 million chunks on the blockchain.
All right, let's see what we got here. 1.4. Yeah, that's the average. Are they going to get... Oh, they got 1.5. They just sneaked in there. And there we go. Honestly, 1.5 megabyte. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, let's have a look at Bitcoin. So we're going to look for the smallest. Oh, look at Mining Dutch. 0.25 kilobytes. That's hilarious. Via BTC will be spitting feathers at that one. We might have a look at that block to see what the fees are in it as well. I mean, that's hilarious. How many transactions are in that? One. 1 transaction in a block probably. Yeah, we'll have a look at that. That's really funny. So that's just like 4 blocks. So let's see what else. I doubt we'll get a one lower than that. That's hilariously small. So we're looking for big ones. 59, 4, 18, 12, 54 from Tao. Great stuff. 33, 13, 13, 29, 34, 28. There we go. So it's a 54. And the smallest one is that's the smallest block I've ever seen. 0.25 of a kilobyte. Good grief. That'd be funny. Right. Bitcoin hash rate by network. So hash rate follows price, follows value, follows utility, follows creativity, initiative, and intelligence. If you are intelligent and you use your creativity and initiative, you can make something useful. When something is useful, it can then create value. When it creates value, it can then develop a price. When it develops a price, it can then be measured against the cost of other goods and services and used as a medium of exchange. Shout out to Sylvain Coutier in the house as well. Good to see you. Thank you for joining me. Proof of work by network. Again, Coolcoin Bcrash will literally stop overnight like Ponzi schemes do when they are uncovered and crash to 0. Bcrash Bitcoin hash rate, who cares? Bcrash Bitcoin proof of work, who cares? It is currently 91,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than Coolcoin. And look at this. Look at that. What's that ratio? That's got to be, in the high teens. Now, let's work this out quickly. Breaking records on a daily basis here, people. 16, yep, high teens. 16.25 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than Bcrash. Bcrash is an absolute pile of shit. And it's 2.9% more profitable to mine on Bitcoin this morning. I wonder why that is. Number going down on Coolcoin or something. Number going up on Bitcoin. We shall find out later on in the show. And it's currently 2.6% more profitable to mine on Bcrash. Wonder why that is. Is BTC, are these shitcoiners starting to shit their knickers? What's going on? We'll find out in a second. So daily average Bitcoin block size by network. Look at that. Bitcoin absolutely smashing it. Absolutely smashing it. Transactions per network. Oh, Bitcoin winning. Yeah, of course. Win on that. Love it. Transactions per block by network. Loving that. Winning. We'll take that. Fees USD. Again, I'm not sure if this is I think this is fees in the block. So we'll keep an eye on that. Fees SirToshi's. Again, might be in the block. Block reward ratio. Again, we're just going to monitor this with times because it's the ratio. Not comparison. But look at this. Daily accumulated Bitcoin blockchain growth by network. We are nearly there. We nearly have more data on chain than Coolcoin. Look at this. Sensational stuff. Let's actually work this out. As it's a chart show and we're looking at stats. Here we go. Look at that. Oh, moving. There we go. The numbers are in. This is getting exciting, people. Here we go. Let's have a look at this. Ooh, fantastic. Gonna do this exactly according to CoinDance figures. Why not, Oh, just 14.57 gigabytes behind. Just 14 gigabytes. That's really not going to take long at all. I think we'll be there in a week. I know I've said that before. Sound like a broken record. But next week we'll be there within a week. But we're gaining. I mean, look at that. That is sensational. I love Bitcoin. Did I tell you that? I love Bitcoin. I love it. Come on. Let's have it. Let's be having ya. Oh, yeah. Right, let's get into the politics then. Global hash rate 7 days. Global hash rate 24 hours. This is more and more relevant as to what we're looking at. Tau, 0.2% of the overall global hash rate. Wow, okay. That should match Coolcoin mining here. Yep, almost identical. Via BTC pushing BTC.com down. and BTC Top and Cano trading places, but yeah, that's it. Other than that, pretty much the same. F2 Pool being beaten to the punch by Antpool, but yeah, never mind. Antpool, there we go, because Antpool's got the majority of the hash rate on B Crash. What a load of shit this is. This is hilarious. Hathor on there for no other reason other than the sheer spite. I mean, these are all shitcoin enterprises. Look, Antpool, BTC Top, BTC.com via BTC. Yeah, I mean, they can just stay on there. Let's have a look at Bitcoin, though. Look at this, beautiful. Hathor with 38.8, Tau 35.4, Mempool 13, well done to them. Squeezing BTC.com down, that's good. They've only got 1.3% now. Again, fantastic stuff. Via BTC, 4%. Good to see Matterpool on there. No SV pool there today, but never mind. Again, F2 pool, not sure what their game plan is. But we know that this is all about squeezing shitcoin enterprises off the chain that are artificially suppressing the price, which we will look at now. So let's have a look at these stupid shitcoiners with shit for brains. So a short ratio starting at 86%. Where are we now? 90%. Honestly, these effing shitcoiners. Shitcoiners, shit for brains. Just stay away from them, people. I mean, can you imagine? Honestly, shorting Bitcoin. You know, when you want to see what Bitcoin can do, imagine Corecoin on steroids, and you're just about there. You know, steroids multiplied by 10. You know, absolutely crazy stuff is which is what's going to happen. All right, let's have a look at Bitcoin blocks live. Then here we go. For any newbies, the vertical rectangular blocks moving across the top of the screen are the transactions being recognized by the nodes on the network. The network being an ultra small world network, which means you're never more than 6 hops away from where the information is that you want to be, which means transactions are confirmed instantly. Instant confirmation. And the moment they're confirmed by the nodes on the network, they're then thrown into the mempool. Oh, got more people in there. I've got more transaction generators in there today. So when they're in the mempool, they are then competed for by the miners and payment processors in order to create a block, store the transaction within a block, and then place the block on the blockchain, which is when they're rewarded with the Coinbase data, otherwise known as the block reward, otherwise known as freshly minted Bitcoin. So let's see if we can find this really ultra small block from Mining Dutch. Must be a 3rd or 4th block down. Here we go. Crazy small is what we're looking for. Must be around here somewhere. So 45, 477. Can't be that one, that's 5 megabytes. Moving this down. Oh, come on, let's have a look at. Let's have a look at ya. Come on, then. No, it's here somewhere. 5 megabytes. I wonder if it's even registered. It's got to be around here somewhere. Is it not even registering it? 0.25 kilobytes is the block we're looking for. Can't quite see it. No? Alright. Well, we will check on what's on chain. See if we can find it there. And yet, is the number so small? Is it maybe not registered in kilobytes here? Never mind. Right, we'll have a look at. Let's have a quick look at charts. Any movers and shakers. Still D drive absolutely macking it. Yeah, everything else is in position. Yeah, CentB 14, peer games 2nd and 3rd. Yeah, still the same. Always worth checking. Bit info charts again. This is the entire shit show here, like not just the Bitcoin network. This is the entire shit show. All you need to do is look at transactions on these 10 coins here that are displayed, which are Corecoin, Ethereum Classic, Dash, because they're the only ones being used for anything, Bitcoin, Monero, Dogecoin, Bcrash, Litecoin, XRP, Ethereum. Oh my god. Like literally, it's just so blatantly obvious. It's an absolute shit show. You know, to have a bucket shop like Coinbase have a valuation of 100 billion. Absolute insanity. Transactions. 3 years and log. We're just going to view Bitcoin in all of its glory. Look at that. If newbies haven't ever seen number go up, take a look at that. That is Bitcoin. That is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is back. Got its protocol back, and it's just simply got a new ticker symbol. But it's shaken all the shit coiners out, which is why it's able to do this. Finally, Bitcoin with brains is what we're talking about here. Yeah, looks beautiful, beautiful. Scaling test network. Oh, 1.3 gigabyte block on there. Very good. All the other figures are the same. Still 20,000 transactions per second. Well, 19,866 if you want to be precise, but we'll be generous and round it up. Yeah, very good. But other than that, still the same. Trends.cash. Again, TDXP absolutely macking it hard with the apps ranking by money spent. Really X.io. I'm guessing that's like, the Run protocol on there, creating those transactions. Oh no, there's Run. Or whatever it is. I mean, I don't know what they're doing, but anyway. Apps ranking by performed action. Again, we're only aware of about sort of 30 to 40% of the transaction generators on there. The others are unknown, which means they are huge. 60% or 60 to 70% of the transactions on there, via organizations that we don't know about. But however, we got to learn about one the other day, which was Worldline, a $3.4 billion company, with point of sale processors using Bitcoin. Absolutely sensational. Watch this space. Crypto Quant, yeah, as we can see, all exchanges, reserves, cashing out their dirty shit coins. Look at that, going down and down and down because they know it's an absolute piece of crap. I'll say this every day until it's too late, and then when it's too late, there's no point in rubbing it in. But it's just like, look, I don't have to. I don't know how to explain how stupid shitcoiners are. Not realizing that they think they've been sped this absolute load of bullshit. Oh, we have store of value, censorship resistant, not many use it. Absolute crap. Not many use it, can't use it. Yeah, but you can't use it because you're not many use it. Whatever. Don't spam the network. All right. Dear, oh dear. No micropayments. Unbelievable. Yeah, but the exchanges are having none of it. They're just like, yeah, no, we know this is a load of crap. So see you later. If you want it, you can have it. More for you. Flipside Crypto. There we go. Keep forgetting we're at the end of April. 29th of April now. Jeepers. Making our way through the months. But whoa, what happened there with Binance? Big movements there. To all these smaller wallets taking their shitcoins off of Binance, but Binance still wanting to stack up on their reserves. Look at that, it's all these shitcoiners. These shitcoiners like, yeah, we'll take it. Well, if you're going to take it, you're going to have to receive it. Look at that. Look at all these shitcoiners moving their shitcoins off the exchange because they don't trust it. But little do they know, moving shit off a shitcoin exchange isn't going to do shit. Look, the whales are out, the liquidity providers, they are out, and exchanges are cashed out too. And look, it's just these shitcoiners. It's Binance and shitcoiners that are holding the bag. And as Dave Portnoy said, you just don't want to be the one left holding the bag when the music stops. Oh dear, oh dear, dear, oh dear. Anyway, let's have a look. What's on chain? Let's see if we can find this small block that was reported on CoinDance. 0.25 kilobytes. Oh, there it is. Look at that. 246 bytes. 246 bytes. Right, there we go. Found that one. Okay, so it's bytes and not, yeah. What are we now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's have a quick look at Bitcoin Blocks Live, see if we can find it. Here we go. Let's see if it's registered in bytes. Oops. Yeah, we do want to zoom in. Must be here somewhere. Kilobytes. Bytes! There we go. That's the one. That's the one. Look at that. So 246 bytes. Good grief. Transaction count 1. There's a block on the blockchain with 1 transaction in it. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. 1 transaction And they managed to create a block from that, and they got rewarded with 6.25 Bitcoin for one transaction in a block. That is quite funny, really. That is quite funny. But yeah, okay, so now we've used what's on chain, found it easier to spot then. The next estimated block size, 27 megabytes. And all these, the transaction count going in there, looking good. Again, this demonstrates the utility, which proves that Bitcoin is not a Ponzi scheme. However, all these other shitcoins are, because you can't see what's going on. Talking about the shit show, let's have a look at the meme pool. Here we go. Look at it. Oh, what? What? Joho's meme pool, that's what we want. So for any newbies wondering what this is data on chain, and whenever you see a drop like that, it's the data being cleared in a block. So this is just the memory pool. So data builds up and then cleared in a block. Data builds up, cleared in a block. This is what a healthy memory pool should look like, with all the data being cleared. What you don't want a memory pool to look like is this. A massive build-up of transactions, like purposely restricted, purposely built up so that people can't use it, but shitcoiners don't care because they've been told they're not meant to use it anyway. So what do I care? Not really meant to use it. What a joke. But talking about a joke, I mean, let's have a look at this shit show now. Look at this. So we've got a mempool size, 89 megabytes, of which they're trying to clear using 1 megabyte blocks every 10 minutes. What a joke. With the median fee of $15, and that's, remember, Bitcoin was meant to be a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, and these shitcoiners want to believe that it's all this bullshit now that doesn't work. So stupid. If it doesn't work, it's useless. If it's useless, it's worthless. If it's worthless, it has no value. That's it. But let's have a look at this shit show now. Look at all these the low fee line. Look at all these transactions piled up. Good grief. Good grief, you know. And it's almost like they're trying to draw your attention away from it. They're like, oh, no, the network works, you can see it moving. No. Look at all these transactions stuck here below the low fee line. You know, these are all the douchebags, paying over the odds to have their transaction confirmed. Absolutely crazy. It's meant to be a cash system, cash for the world, for the global economy. And I'm like, yeah, you can't come in unless you pay a ridiculously high fee. It's such a load of shit. I cannot believe that these shitcoiners are that stupid that they believe it. But shitcoin is shit for brains. You better believe it because you can see it in front of your eyes right here. And we know there is no value on Ethereum anyway. So talking about that shit show, we'll go to our own shit show. Hope you enjoyed the videos that I made this morning. Check this out. Got some classic ones in there for you now. So, yeah, we'll see this increase of the money supply. Well, I wonder how that money is created. So we'll first let Alan Greenspan explain to us, how the US makes its money and pays its debt. Take the floor, Alan Greenspan.
Are U.S. Treasury bonds still safe to invest in?
Very much so. I think this is not an issue of credit rating. The United States can pay any debt it has because we can always print money to do that. So there is zero probability of default.
There we go. They can just simply print money to do that because they are the world's base currency. They don't really feel inflation against other currencies because they are the world's reserve currency. And when did they become the world's reserve currency? Well, it was the Nixon shock in 1971 when it was just like, actually, you're just simply going to have to trust us now because you're not going to get gold for your dollars anymore. You just simply have to use us. But that's because we are a trustworthy trading partner. So let's hear it, shall we? Come on, Nikki, tell us.
I have directed Secretary Connally to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold or other reserve assets, except in amounts and conditions determined to be in the interest of monetary stability and in the best interest of the United States. To our friends abroad, including the many responsible members of the international banking community who are dedicated to stability in the flow of trade, I give this assurance. The United States has always been and will continue to be a forward-looking and trustworthy trading partner.
And so now we know that they print money. You know, I mean, what do they do in this day and age? You know, so we'll have Ben Bernanke explain that to us, the chairman of the Federal Reserve. What was? Take the floor, Ben.
A lot of people think when I say this, or when you say this, or when Positive Money say this, that we're all just a bunch of nutters. But on the 9th of March in 2009, the governor of the Federal Reserve, Ben Bernanke, gave the first ever broadcast interview the governor of the central bank of the United States of America had ever given. And the day before that, he'd bailed out AIG, which is an insurance company, not even a bank, actually, to the tune of about $160 billion. So the journalist says to him, now, Mr. Bernanke, where did you get $160 billion to bail out AIG?
Is that tax money that the Fed is spending? It's not tax money. The banks have accounts with the Fed, much the same way that you have an account in a commercial bank. So to lend to a bank, we simply use the computer to mark up the size of the account that they have with the Fed. So it's much more akin, although not exactly the same, but it's much more akin to printing money than it is to borrowing.
There we go. So we just use a computer. Absolutely. So now we know that they just used the computer. This explains the answer that the Bank of England gave a BBC journalist. Have a listen to this.
There is no guide to how this whole system operates. To give you an example, a researcher at the BBC working on the Robert Peston documentary went to the Bank of England and said, "Can you give me a guide to how money is created?" And they just said no.
And remember, the Bank of England's primary function is to maintain monetary stability and oversee financial stability of the UK financial system. Can you give us a guide to money creation? No. Because we just print it off a printer. It's crazy. But what's more worrying is what happens when the money supply starts increasing like this. Have a listen to this.
The system is inherently unstable as a result of the international power it provides to the dominant parties. For at the heart of it lies the idea of, how can I get something for nothing?
Statistical analysis has found that every time an empire begins to near its own demise, you'll find that its currency will be debased.
There we go. Statistical analysis has found that every time an empire begins to near its own demise, you'll find that its currency will be debased. And look at this shit show that we are in right now. And talking about debasing a currency, where is that going? Well, let's have a listen to Elizabeth Coleman, who was the Inspector General, to see if she knows.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Inspector Coleman, you're the Inspector General for the Federal Reserve, right? Okay.
That's correct.
I have a copy of the Inspector General Act here in front of me, and it says, among other things, that it's your responsibility to conduct and supervise audits and investigations relating to the programs and operations of your agency.
That's correct.
So I'm asking you if your agency has, in fact, according to Bloomberg, extended $9 trillion in credit, which, by the way, works out to $30,000 for every single man, woman, and child in this country. I'd like to know, if you're not responsible for investigating that, who is?
No, we have responsibility for the Federal Reserve's programs and operations, audits, to conduct audits and investigations in that area. In terms of who's responsible for investigating, would you mind repeating the question one more time?
The question is, have you done any investigation or auditing of off-balance sheet transactions conducted by the Federal Reserve?
I don't know if you're telling me that you're mentioning that there's losses. I'm just saying that we're not, until we actually look at the program and have the information, we are not in a position to say whether there are losses or to respond in any other way to that particular.
Mr. Chairman, my time is up, but I have to tell you honestly, I am shocked to find out that nobody at the Federal Reserve, including the Inspector General, is keeping track of this.
You know who's not shocked? Me. Because I know exactly what's going on. And shall we find out where that money's going, shall we? Is it stimulating the economy? No. And it hasn't been doing since Q4 2007, which was the peak of the previous financial crisis. Which means they've been printing money, having a party, and it's been going into their buddies' pockets and their own pockets. It's outrageous. So knowing that Bitcoin is the only thing that can save us, how are we feeling about it? Feeling good, thank you very much, CoinGecko. Alrighty. Let's have a look at the shit show. Oh my god. Just never look at, there's more shit going on this now on a daily basis. I don't know how many times I've said this, but any people who listen to my show, if you do see anybody who's getting involved in this absolute piece of crap, these are all illegal securities. They are illegal security offerings. They are tokens. They have no fundamental value, which means they would never pass SEC, securities laws. Because they're fundamentally worthless. They shouldn't be being bought. They shouldn't be being offered for sale. They shouldn't be being traded. The platform that's trading this, as in like RelayX, is going to be on the hook for this. So somebody wants to have a word with Jack for me, just get him to ring me. I'll tell him. Again, move fast and break stuff doesn't mean breaking the law. Oh yeah, sorry officer, I just didn't know that was illegal. Yeah, breaking, ignorance of the law is no excuse. Because if it was an excuse, everybody would use it. Oh, I didn't know that. No excuse. You know that these things have got absolutely no value, so why are you selling them? How are you even selling them? What bullshit are you using? It's I've got this token here, it might be worth something. No. This just proves that shitcoining is moving in onto Bitcoin. We know it's going to happen eventually, but it's kind of it's a shame seeing it like this, especially when it's on a, RelayX platform. You'd think that really, Jack would know better, to be honest with you. But, a bit of a shame. And Joshua Hensley as well, he's responsible for this. Well, actually, I don't think they're being bought and sold on his platform. He's just simply showing you the market cap here. But it's the actual trading platform itself, the exchange, that's going to be on the hook for this. So yeah, at least Joshua is bringing it to our attention. But stay away from it, people. Good grief. All right, let's have a look at the Bitcoin chart. How are we doing? So we've currently got 5.8 million bids versus 5.7 million asks. So these are the sales. These are the buy orders. So, now sales have just increased. But yeah, that's how it works. What's this price line? Oh, relatively steady. Relatively steady. Look at that. Look at that. That would have been a right buying opportunity. Oh my goodness. Never mind. We live to see another day. Let's have a look at this on Bitfinex. Should I say Shitfinex? Look at that. Look at that. Oh, missed out on all of that. All of that. And it's almost an entire week. Beautiful buying opportunity that was. Absolutely sensational. Yeah. But tell you what, while we're here, we'll just have a look at the Night Fox. Here we go. What's that? Le Nuit Renew. There we go. Let's have a look at these charts. Check it out. Quoting himself, the largest price increase in the history of BSV is about to begin. Let's have a look at this. So, look at that. Look at that. So, personally, if you ask me, I think what he's hinting at here is that, basically, you have to shake the shitcoiners out. So, what I'm saying is, I think you can expect extremely large price swings because you need to get these shitcoiners out. It's like, there you go, take what you want, get out, see you later. Price comes back down, price will go back up again, and then they'll be out. So yeah, we need these shitcoiners gone. And again, I feel a little, diamond hands isn't necessarily the one to use because diamond hands represent hodlers. We are not hodlers. We are accumulators. That's it. You never sell. You only buy. That is it. And it's not really worth selling anyway because, selling fees are around, selling fees usually in excess of like 5%, sometimes 10%. You know, so you've got to think to yourself, right? Is the price going to dip at least 10%? And then on top of that, depending on how much you're selling, if you're over your capital gains allowance, capital gain tax is 30%. So basically, if you're over your capital gains allowance, when you sell, you have to make sure that, well, you have to be pretty confident that the price is going to drop 40% before you're even in profit. So it's just not really worth it for someone like me. Yeah, not worth the risk at all. Anyway, let's have a look at this shit show, see what Coin is doing. Oh, it's in the red. In the red. You remember all these shitcoin. Oh, it's in the red for the week as well. Red for the month? What is this? What is this? That's the first time I've seen Coin in the red for the day, the week, and the month in, I don't know, a long time. A long time. Still up on 3 months, but yeah, there we go. You know, all these shitcoiners now suddenly starting to favour Ethereum. What a joke. What a joke. Absolute pieces of crap. What's the market cap? $2.08 trillion. But look at this. The 24-hour trade volume in Coin is only $10 billion. That could be smashed literally in a heartbeat. You know, but these shitcoiners don't have a clue. All they do is look at price. They probably don't even understand, like, you know, what market cap is. The fact that market cap is set by the 24-hour trade volume. You know, the traders buying and selling, and there's only $10 billion being sold. $10 billion propping up a $10 billion propping up a $1 trillion market cap. Oh, and remember, a trillion is 1,000 billion, and we've only got 10 billion setting the price. Like, jeepers. So let me think. So 1,000. So yeah. So 1,000 billion is a trillion. So that means 100 billion would be 1%, and 10 billion is 0.1%. So you've basically got 0.1% of the overall market cap setting the price, giving it the market cap of $1 trillion. Absolutely insane. Especially when there's no one using it. That's the whole point. It's use that gives it value. So, Bitcoin, rocking and rolling, on the way. So yeah, look at that, two in the 290s now. Number going up. Oh, I mean, numbers going up on the day. Where are we on the week? Oh, still down on the week. That's all right. Let me look at a lovely buying opportunity. Up on the month though, unlike Coin, is the top in? Who knows? Who knows? Could be. We know it's a piece of shit anyway. So what's going to happen is inevitable, but it's just going to be quite amusing watching all the shenanigans unfold. Dear oh dear. Let's have a look at my figures. Oh, 448 subscribers now. Yeah, edging closer to 500. Well, yeah, 450 first, yeah. Let's have a look at some of these videos. Preferably the douchebags of Bitcoin videos. Had quite a few positive feedbacks on my that douchebags of Bitcoin series. We're just having a look at the Dan Held video. Look at this. 167. 167. Has he surpassed Adam Back or Michael Saylor on that figure? Let's have a look. So, Adam Back 170. And Michael Saylor 165. Dan Held has surpassed Michael Saylor. Dan Held in second place. Just behind Adam Back. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. Really wasn't expecting that. I'll have to add the Dan Held video. In fact, yeah, should we play it now? Yeah. You can have a listen to it, so you can hear what he says. Honestly, it's hilarious. Here we go. Just find it. I mean, I wonder if it's the fact that people are suddenly realizing that, Bitcoin, needs these layer 1 transactions in order to, just continue. Otherwise, it just makes it a one continual Ponzi scheme. Here we go. Got it.
So, as you mentioned, at a certain point when the block reward stops, there will be a transition where miners will be compensated in transaction fees, not in the block reward. And the current amount that they earn is from fees is about 9% of the block reward. And so we'd have to see transaction fees 11x by roughly 2140, which is when the new Bitcoins will stop being minted. But I just wondered, if we don't see an increase in the amount of transactions that can happen at layer one, because the number of layer one transactions is limited. And right now I feel like a lot of the scaling is focusing on layer two. Can transaction fees 11x in that time, or will that require people to pay a lot more per transaction?
The KPI for this for what we're looking at right now, which the question we're trying to answer is, are transaction fees replacing the block subsidy in the block reward? So are newly minted coins, are they, as those decrease, is that value being replaced by the subsidy? And so we can calculate that. That would be our primary KPI. So you could look at transaction fees over the subsidy, transaction fees in a block divided by the subsidy, and you brought up that's at 9%. If we look at that historically and we make it like a rolling 60-day to smooth it out a little bit, and we look at this over time on a log curve, it's very much trending in the right direction, where 11x sounds like a lot, but Bitcoin moves in really intense cycles where we've all seen it go from 1,000 to 10,000 or 20,000. When that happens, that means there's not an equivalent, but a directional rise in transactions and transaction fees. And so we have seen transaction fees replace the subsidy over time. And so it very much is trending in the right direction to where over the next couple halving cycles, we should see it start to predominantly be the value that is compensated to the miners in the block reward. If Bitcoin doesn't become adopted, if it remains a more niche sort of a service for humankind where only, let's say 20 million people use it, well, then its long-term security will be weak. If Bitcoin is the world reserve currency that doesn't have a strong security model, like there's not a lot of monetary compensation in the block reward due to transaction fees, well, will that be a bad scenario? Well, it's an impossible scenario, because if it is the world reserve currency, there'll be very, very many layer one transaction fees.
Okay, yeah. So it sounds like you think it is possible people might consider that because, or rather, it's possible that the amount in transaction fees will maybe not be enough on layer one to replace the block reward when the time comes.
Do you hear that yelp there? That was Andreas Andronopoulos in the background trying to chime in. He's like, oh, I don't want people to hear that. Honestly, bunch of absolute liars. Total liars, but Dan held in the running there. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. He's overtaken Michael Saylor. Adam back. My goodness me. My goodness. Happy with that. Right, let's have a look at Streamanity. Still 255. That's all right. Oh, look at, what's this? $3? $3 on yesterday's video. Check it out. What was that? Is that the headline or something? Like, damn huge? What's this? $3.2? I mean, I got $4.4 on the other one. That's pretty good. Number go up, people. 16 people viewed that. Excellent. Getting good information there. Loving that. Loving that. Alrighty, and now we're on Twitch. Here we go. Let's have a look at followers last 24 hours. Let's have a little looky. Acorn Stack. How are we doing, Twitch? Whoa, 332 users in the last 24 hours. Loving those figures. I mean, imagine what these figures are going to be like in the future. Absolutely insane. Like, well, 10,000 a day, maybe, something like that. I mean, the entire world is going to be using Twitch soon. I mean, the numbers on here are going to be like, you've seen the movie The Social Network, where like literally it's like going global and they can see how many users they've got. This figure is going to be staggering. Very much looking forward to that. Very much looking forward to that. Get as many followers as you can on Twitch. Get them, using your referral link. You want a cut of everything that they've used. I mean, it could be a massive earner. I mean, imagine people in the future Ask you what your job is. Oh, I just live off Twitch. I live off income generation from Twitch. Absolutely hilarious. Brilliant. My followers 385. I think they're still the same. Yeah. All right. Any new followers? Notifications here. See what we've got. Thank you very much for liking my posts there. Did you have any followers? Any newbies signed up? No. That's all right. That's okay. Not to worry. That's all right. And let's check out Ruthie's tweet. Ruthie, baby, how are we doing? Will Twitler have let her famous tweet get above 960? Let's find out, shall we? Here we go. R-U-T-H. Ruthie. Ruthie, baby, how we doing? 960. 961. Love that. And what's our man Satoshi? What was he? 76,000, 76.2 thousand. What's he got now? 76.6k followers. Loving that. Great stuff. Well done there. Let's have a look at whale alerts. Any shenanigans gone on in the last 24 hours? Let's have a little look. What's this? $40 million USDC Circle coin. Oh my god. Core coin being moved. 5,000 of those. Look at that. 270 million. Insane amounts. Here we go. What's this? Binance USD. What's this? USDC 70 million. Why not? Oh, we're on 70 hours already. 17 hours. 20 hours. 21. Look at all these BTC movement. Another 100 million. Good grief. And there we go. That's all right. So big movements of BTC there. Big movement. Let's just check stablecoin printer. Make sure we haven't missed anything. What's this? 13 hours ago, 530 million. So that's $500 million. Oh my god. Oh my god. Right, that's another $500 million just like that. Here we go at New York State Attorney General, Lolita James. You know, so they've just paid their fine many times over. There we go. Loving that. Reporting it. Oh my god. Oh, you've got to laugh. Right, and let's. I've already deleted a few followers this morning already because they're just too many to get through. But I mean, let's see how many followers have I got here now. New ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Duro is obviously a genuine one. Who's this? Brad Bexo. Artist NFT, contributed NFT. What's this? OpenCIO. What's this? Come on, see it. Oh, he's on Twitch. Likes his NFT digital artwork. Okay, maybe he's just exploring. Oh, what's this? ETH, maybe shitcoin are coming over. Oh my god. If you want to get blocked from me, that's one way to do it. If I see shitcoins in your artwork like that, any promotions of shitcoins can just be gone. Like seriously. I might have a closer look at his profile later on. What's this guy? Doesn't even let me want to tweet hider. What are you following me for, Nick? What's this one? Lies and projection. It's all they ever had. What's all this about? Who are they following? Oh, Bitcoin Association, John Southhurst, Wall Street River, CoinGeek, fair enough. Looks like they could be turning. Oh, we're following an XRP there. Oh my god. Okay, looks like the tide might be turning. Maybe. You know, don't like the fact there's no banner picture there though. Dodgy. And what's this one? Naveed Khan. Oh dear. Earn free BTC. See you later. Oh, why do they bother? Why do they bother? Honestly, hilarious. Right, peeps, there we go. We are up to date with the charts. Hope you enjoyed the show. Shout out to KP Dad, Sylvain Coutier, Arcade Rob, and Keith Fellows in the house. Thank you very much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the show. Yeah, I saw it was a bit late today, but you know, I was actually genuinely busy. Yeah, still might have time for the live show live at 5 later on. So yeah, see you guys then. Take it easy. Get paid for posting your pics on Relica. Download the app now at www.getrelica.com. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. Buy BSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Support independent content creators on micropayment platforms such as Streamanity, Twitch and Relica. We should profit from our data, not the large corporations who track, monitor and sell it. If you enjoy the Bitcoin content that I produce, please support me by heading over to www.sirtoshi.tv, where you can keep up to date with all the latest news, gossip and content as it's created. Thanks very much. To get started in Bitcoin, go to freebsv.com, where you can claim your free Bitcoin. Then head over to Twitter and follow @IamSatoshi, where you can take part in his very generous and world famous free giveaways. The future of advertising meets the power of Bitcoin at Tonic Pow. Get paid for posting advertising campaigns to your social media profiles. Go to www.tonicpowads.com.